Here's the news we've all been waiting for. We could be out of here in less than a week. But first, this needs servicing. These jerry cans need filling. This needs to be a double pulley. These need servicing. And this needs attaching to the boat. But before we get stuck into that lot, let's have a little bit of a celebration.
Welcome to everyone and thank you for coming. This gathering is to thank Jose Ramon and his colleagues for all the hard work that you have done on our yacht. She's in excellent seaworthy condition, and to dename and rename this yacht. So today we will be calling on the ancient gods of the winds and the seas that are already here to bless our boat and her renaming. Bienvenidos a todos y gracias por venir. So the opening invocation and blessing. Oh, ring bell. Oh. Big bell. Mighty Poseidon, King of all that moves in or on the waves, and mighty Aelus, guardian of the winds and all that blows before them, we offer thanks for the protection you have given this vessel in the past. We implore you in your graciousness to expunge for all time from your records and recollection the name which has ceased to be an entity. As proof thereof, we submit this piece of clay bearing her name to be eradicated through your powers and forever purged from the sea. In grateful acknowledgement of your generosity and dispensation, we offer these libations to your majesty and your court. Esta parte es para el renombramiento. O mighty and great ruler of the seas and oceans, we implore you in your graciousness to take unto your records and recollection this worthy vessel hereafter and for all time known as ABC, guarding her with your mighty arm and trident and ensuring her of safe and rapid passage throughout her journeys within your realm. To Aelus and the four winds, salut. I name this ship ABC. May God bless her and all who sail in her. Let us toast Captain and First Mate Barry and Ansha. Salut. And ABC. Salut. Okay.
All right. Very good. Yes, I'm impressed.
All right. So, come on, boys, you got to be hungry.
Yes.
It's been great. So happy you all came. It's great. You've had so much again.
Thank you for the invite. Really appreciate it. Wish you all the best.
We could be witnessing what is actually the final job here on ABC. We're getting an extra 50 meters of rope attached to the end of our 50 meters of chain with the anchor, and that gives us a scope of 100 meters thereabouts, which will help us out if we're ever anchoring up in deep water, which is a distinct possibility in the regions of Greece. It's always best to have more scope than not enough. So there's now 48 meters of rope attached to the end of the 50 meters of chain in the anchor locker, which gives us a lot of scope for deep anchorages like Greece. What was meant to be the final job has led to one more job, and basically I'll show you where the anchor meets the bow. It's a little bit close for my liking, so we're going to get Paco, the stainless steel guy who did the davit system for us, to come and have a look at it and give us a price on shaping an extra piece of stainless steel for the bow of the boat, which will encompass the whole front end and just give us some protection from the pointy end of the anchor when it's coming up in rough seas or whatever. I'll show you anyway. As you can see, when we look at the anchor and the bow from this position, I'll get a bit closer there for you, there's not a lot of distance between the two. So the only stainless steel that's on here at the moment is that bit down there, and to be honest with you, because it's not designed to incorporate this anchor, it's as useful as a chocolate fire guard. So we're going to get Paco to come and have a look and see if he can take that one off and just add a big piece of stainless protection around the front bow of the boat, which basically means that when the anchor does come up, it ain't going to smack into the front end like that and damage the gel coat and damage the fiberglass. So that has led to one final job. We're in the middle of filming what will probably be less than a 3-minute segment in the whole video, and it's taking hours and hours because we keep getting interrupted and sidetracked. But this interruption is quite important. Paco, the stainless steel guy, is here now, and he is coming to measure up the bow for a stainless steel shield to protect the bow from our big anchor. As we count down towards departure day, which is still set for this Saturday, today is Tuesday, and it's time for the installation of the ABC shield. It's not a magical shield, it's a stainless steel shield, and it's going to protect our bow from our big mantis anchor. And the boys are going to fit it today. So let's take a look. Now all the holes are drilled and everything is lined up, it's time to take the screws out and put the good old Sikaflex in there, which is God's gift to sailors, really. God bless Sikaflex. And that's it. ABC now has a shield. How good's that? We'll get Ansha to do some enchantment on it and make it a magical shield. We are now just 3 days away from leaving the marina, which in itself is quite exciting. And one of the major jobs that needs doing before we depart is servicing the engine, which is down here. I haven't actually serviced an engine for quite a few years. I used to do all my own car stuff. We did of course do the diesel engine maintenance course in February in Gibraltar. It should be fairly straightforward. I'm hoping we don't run into any snags, because I don't want this to take all day, because it's certainly going to get very hot. Luckily I have a fan in here. It's off at the moment because this is what it sounds like. Maybe too loud for the cameras. Either way, let's get this engine serviced. So that's all the old oil drained out, and also we've swapped out the filter. I didn't have a strap wrench to get the old filter off, and it was more than hand tight, so I did the old trick of shoving a screwdriver through it and then twisting it on the screwdriver. That of course makes a lot of oily mess, and I have got quite a bit of stuff to clean up that's dripped down into the bilge underneath the engine, but we'll clean up after the fact. So that's the engine serviced. I ended up just checking out the raw water system, the fresh water system, changing the oil and the oil filter, and checking the air filter. I did drain off some diesel from the primary filter. Because of the way it looked, I decided to leave the fuel system alone. I'm a strong believer in let sleeping dogs lie, or if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. And I'll show you what the sample of diesel looks like. It's clean, there's no water at all in it. There are just some small particles in there, but really after a year's worth of use, those small particles are really not giving me any cause for concern. So now all I got to do is put the boat back together and find out where I can dump 5 litres of used engine oil. There's got to be somewhere. So we're 2 sleeps away from leaving the marina. What are you going to miss?
Calm sleeps at night, flat water.
Okay. I think I'll miss access to the showers.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Apart from that, I'm just very excited about getting out there and actually doing some sailing after all this time.
Yeah, I'm excited. Nervous.
Yes.
You know, nervous because it's a bigger boat. We don't have Marika, our teacher, telling us don't do that, or this is really what you should be doing.
There is one fly in the ointment at the moment, and it's quite a vital piece of equipment. It's the AIS transceiver from Garmin. It got sent away to Barcelona sometime last week and was allegedly shipped back here on Monday of this week. Today's Thursday and it hasn't arrived yet. We just spoke to the guy about it and he said, well, they said it's coming. Possibly mañana or mañana.
But we're going mañana.
Yeah.
So, you know.
AIS stands for Automatic Identification System, and all of the big commercial boats have to have one fitted, and a lot of yachts and cruising boats now have AIS as well. And basically it just tells you the name of the vessel, the direction it's heading, the speed it's heading, whether you're likely to be on a collision course with it, and so on and so on. It just feeds information to the chart plotter and basically gives us something to go on when we see other vessels approaching us or we're approaching them. So it's quite important.
Yeah.
But apart from that, all the jobs are done.
Yep.
The only thing we didn't include in this video, and I'll just show you a couple of clips now, is the 4 winches that are just to my right hand side here. They were all serviced this week. We ended up calling in Fernando to get those serviced, just simply because we ran out of time. But he did a bloody good job on it.
Yeah, always does though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Cool.
Tomorrow, clean the boat. Tomorrow night, there's markets here at the marina.
Yeah, and a celebratory dinner.
Yeah, a final
Yeah.
meal, so to speak.
It's another turning point, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And then we're out into the great wide blue yonder.
Yeah, exciting. So stay tuned.
Yep.
So if you've liked this video, do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, ding the bell so that you get notified of future updates, and like and comment. We love to hear from you.
Yeah. Love the comments. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
And next time we see you, we'll be out there somewhere.
Yeah.